It's setting up.
Oh, it says we are now streaming live on Facebook.
Woo-hoo!
Hello, everybody. It's Wellness Wednesday, and I'm so excited because today I have some colleagues with me. Welcome, Amy and Lisa.
Thank you.
We are doing a little bit of a Wellness Wednesday. Today we're talking about taking an active role, and we're also doing a little bit of practice for our Unpacking Baggett event that's happening later this evening. So Lisa and Amy, feel free to chime in here as I talk about taking an active role in your healthcare team. It's really important to be part of that decision making so that you can ensure that your needs are understood and met. Because remember, as we've talked about, you want to improve your quality of life. You're the one that's living with cancer or just living life, and you need to make sure that you're living it the way that you want to. So I encourage you to, as your healthcare provider talks to you and gives you information, repeat back what you understood, because we know sometimes we might not be speaking the same language, or we might not understand how it's being communicated. We really want to make sure and remind you to get those recommended treatments and screenings. And if for some reason you're not interested in one, or you're not comfortable with one, or don't understand why you need it, again, speak up for yourself and ask your doctor, why do I need this treatment? Why do I need this screening? Keep track of your own medical records. So as we always say, and that's one of the key parts of the My Companion guidebook that we have there, is organize your information. You need to have track of all that, keep track of all that information and have it with you, because you might get to an appointment and they might not have your records yet for you to share it. So then you might have to reschedule it. Or right now, if you're doing telehealth appointments, not everything is, you want to have everything in front of you so that you can take those notes and have that information there when a doctor is pointing to something. Fill out and take your prescribed medications as instructed. I mean, how many of us that it says to take that amoxicillin for 10 days and you get to day 7 and you're feeling fabulous, so you think you don't need it anymore and you quit taking it. Don't do that. Fill that out, take it as you're supposed to. And if you want to stop it early, or if it's giving different side effects that aren't working for you, then what should you do? Amy, Lisa? Talk to your doctor.
Sure. Ask the doctor. When you were talking about that earlier, that taking that active role and really talking to your doctor, I know sometimes it's scary and sometimes they say things and you feel it makes you seem uneducated if you have to ask. But especially, if you're talking about the role of cancer, most of us don't know a lot of things when they start throwing these terms out. But I'm guilty of it, terribly guilty of it. And I work, at Baggett, and yet I'll still have appointments with an oncologist who says something and then kind of moves on. And I'm thinking, what? I don't know what that means, but I'm afraid to ask. And so then I go to my poor general practitioner who I'm not afraid to ask anything. And then I'm like, well, they said this, but they never finished. She's like, well, you need to call them. Well, now I have to make a whole separate phone call, and I should have just asked in the room. So I'm working on getting better at that. But really, take that active role. Like anytime they say anything that you're not sure about, just ask, and if you do happen to leave and later go, what did they say? Call them anyway, because I've never had anybody be upset when I called back and said, I didn't understand what you meant by that.
So true. They're there to help you, but you're speaking to a lot of people, and think about how you do things on a regular basis. And, we do that in Baggett. I think everybody understands exactly what I'm saying. I ask Lisa or Amy to help me with something, and fortunately, sometimes they can understand the minimal information I give them, but in my mind, it's perfectly clear. I know exactly what I'm asking and what I'm saying, but remember, we don't communicate. It doesn't come across the same way always.
Yeah, we'll be like, that's in the guidebook. And somebody's like, what's the guidebook? And we're like, it's the binder. Oh, and so, yeah, there's language that you're used to, and there's language your doctors are used to, and they don't always realize that they're speaking their language, and it's like over here, for you.
Definitely. And then also just remember, as Amy mentioned, if you don't remember something, or if you're confused, and it's, follow the instructions, but then don't hesitate to call your doctor, talk to the nurse, talk to somebody at the office and leave a question, send them an email. Many of them you can get on the portal and email them, and the providers can let you know, if it's something that can wait. But errors happen, right? Medication errors happen. If you have multiple caregivers that are helping you, so make sure you write things down and that you ask questions and that you are responsible for you, because you're the only one that can control all that. So yeah, so that's kind of remember to take an active role, and summarizes a little bit of our Bagot that we've talked about each week. If you've been tuning in each week, or you want to go back and check it out, but a reminder to be prepared, to assert yourself, to gather the information, inform the doctor, and to take an active role in your healthcare. I guess it's kind of hard to change that.
Some of mine.
I was impressed, really. I was, that you remembered all of them.
So yeah, so that's Wellness Wednesday this week, everybody. And we invite you again, join us right here, Facebook Live at 4:30 Mountain Standard Time this afternoon. And if you're not familiar with Bagot, or you want to hear a little bit more about our accomplishments from last year and our highlights or our goals for 2021, tune in and you can see me again today and meet the rest of the team and see some of our honorees. So thank you all. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.